Hello YouTubeverse, this is Tanya from Keto Like a Lady, and this channel I talk about my journey on the keto diet. I have been diagnosed as someone with pre-diabetes, and I am not only using the keto diet to control and possibly avoid ever going on insulin, but I also would like to lose some weight, as I'm sure a lot of people would like to lose some weight. I haven't been on here lately because of some other things that have been going on, mainly with my job. I was working a job where I had to be there at 7 o'clock in the morning. I got up at 4 o'clock so I could leave the house by 5:30 so I can get to work and give myself enough buffer time for things like possibly traffic accidents, road closures. I always like to say that when I go somewhere, I like to give myself enough time to get lost. So, and if nothing happens, then I show up early. And if something happens, then at least I can still be on time. So, I left that job, and now I'm currently working at a job where I don't have to get up until about 6 o'clock in the morning. I get to work at around 7 o'clock. And when I'm done work at 4, I get to be home by 4:30. My old job, I would clock out of my job at 3:30, and due to traffic, sometimes I wouldn't get home until 5, which didn't leave me much time. I did learn a lot about meal prepping, fortunately, in that time. I would often eat breakfast in my car, which I don't have to do as much anymore. So the last time I believe that I did a video, I was talking about 2 scales that I have. I have a digital scale that is newer. And I thought that would give me a more accurate reading. And I have one of those old scales with the numbers that go, twirl around. So I've been comparing the 2 scales, and lately the digital scale said that I was about 199, between 199 and 197, which was discouraging because when I started this channel about 2-3 months ago, I was about 202. Now, I'm also 6 feet tall. So, 202 is on the big side, but it's not gigantic. Somebody who might be 5'5", it's way too much for their tiny little frame. But I'm about 6 feet tall. And when I started this channel, I was about 202 pounds. And that was about 2 or 3 months ago, and the scale is still telling me I'm 197. I got on my old analog scale with the numbers that went around just this morning, and it said I was 190. I had a bit of a conundrum. I was like, which one is right? Is the scale that says I'm 197 right, or is the scale that says that I'm 190 right? Which is like, that's a pretty big difference. If this other scale said I was 1 or 2 pounds heavier or lighter than the other scale, then I'd be like, okay, split the difference, whatever. But a 7-pound difference, that's quite a bit. And I tend to step on the scale early in the morning before I get dressed. So it's not like I'm wearing shoes and clothes, and that is not a factor. So I tend to believe the older scale because I've had a non-scale victory where my pants are loose. My pants are very loose. I have a one of those lounge pants with the elastic waistbands that I wear to bed sometimes. And yesterday it was practically falling off of me. So while I was happy that it was practically falling off of me, I was a little upset because I really like those pants, but they're too big now. Yay me. So I am going to lean towards that I'm 190 pounds because my pants are loose, and there's no way that my pants would be loose if I only lost 4 or 5 pounds. My pants would be loose. I mean, loose to the point where when I'm walking or going somewhere or standing, I have to constantly pull my pants up because they're sliding down. I actually was able to get my pants off one day without unzipping the zipper, and I didn't realize it until later. I'm like, I got these pants off, I got undressed, and I didn't even unzip the zipper. So, I probably will get a newer scale. The digital scale that I got was off of eBay. I think it was from one of these people in China. It was a really, really cheap scale. So that's why I have a tendency to believe that that scale is not accurate. And if I go back on eBay and look up the seller that I bought it from, they're no longer there. So I don't think that scale was accurate. I'm probably going to go with looking for something that's more of a brand name scale, like a Sunbeam or a Healthometer or something more along those lines. You know, I mean, I know the scales those digital scales probably only cost about $20. I don't know why I was trying to be so cheap about it, but you live and you learn. I even put new batteries in this digital scale, and it still was a little wacky. And you also, when you step on the scale, you could step on the scale 3 different times, and it gives you 3 different readings. So my non-scale victory, and I truly believe that I have lost 12 pounds in the last couple of months. So that would be a total. When I first started my keto journey, I was 212 pounds, and now I'm 190. So that would make it 22 pounds that I've lost in total on December 8th, right before Christmas. I was a little less right before Thanksgiving, maybe 187. I did have the pumpkin pie. I did have the stuffing. I did have a couple of rolls. I had some carbs. I carved out on Thanksgiving, but I'm getting back on track. Of cutting out the carbs and the breads and everything else. So, and I did a little meal prepping today for my breakfasts for the week. I think we're going to do a chicken broccoli parmesan one day this week. I got a kit for a pot roast. So I'm going to throw that in a crock pot one day this week. I maybe will do a chicken parmesan one day this week. There's 5 of us here, and sometimes everybody eats, sometimes they don't. Everybody's adults. My youngest is 18 years old. His older brother, the middle child, is going to be 20, and the oldest is 24. So sometimes he doesn't even come home. He goes wherever after he's done work. He's done work, and then sometimes I don't see him till the next day because he'll go out with friends or he'll stop off and get McDonald's. They'll go to whatever restaurant. So, and I'm starting with the holiday, got my tree up. This year we are having what we like to call Nerdmas. And the reason why we're calling it Nerdmas is because we have a couple of different decorations. We have the traditional Christmas balls and garland and things like that. But we also have decorations that are Star Wars. Um, that are I'm going to go get some superhero because we love the Marvel movies, so we're going to get some superheroes. I did buy a Wonder Woman ornament, and one of the cats knocked it off. I didn't know she was on the floor, and I stepped on her and I broke her. Right after I bought her, I broke her. So I got to get another Wonder Woman because Wonder Woman's my favorite, and there's no way I can have a Nerdmas tree without a Wonder Woman. We also have some Doctor Who decorations for those of you who know Doctor Who. So, when I'm all done, maybe I'll show you our Nerdmas tree. And I hope everybody had a great weekend. I hope everybody has a wonderful holiday. I should be back very shortly. I don't plan on taking as long as a hiatus as I have been taking. It was taking quite a while to get used to my new schedule and everything going on, but that looks like it's all straightened out. And I would really like to share my journey with everybody. I would also like people to share their journey with me. I'm looking up recipes and helpful tips. I want to do a my favorite things video, things that really helped me on my keto journey. I did share one in one of my cooking videos, my crock pot, which I love, which is a crock pot. I bake in it. I make 2 pounds of bacon and sausage in it. I can fry in it. I can do a whole bunch of different things in it. My Instapot, it's an electronic pressure cooker. I don't know where Instapot, if somebody could tell me where the phrase Instapot came from, I would really appreciate it, because when I bought mine, it was an electronic pressure cooker. And I also want to go over the history of keto and some of the keto basics. I don't use a whole lot of keto products also. It's just, I want to make sure that I have nothing against the keto products. I just want to make sure that I can, that I really have a grasp on the basics of keto before I go on to having a keto bar or a keto shake, or a lot of people like the keto chow. I also want to visit, I found out through the Keto Mojo website that near me, since I am near Philadelphia, near me there is a keto bakery. I really want to visit this keto bakery. I read up on it to make sure it wasn't one of these, we saw that there was a need for keto products, so we blah, blah, blah. The person who has created this keto bakery shop, she was also diagnosed with prediabetes. So that gives me confidence that she knows what she's doing. She's, on the right track. She's not putting a whole bunch of crazy ingredients in this thing that's going to jack up my blood sugar, because I know all the side effects of, it's not just not wanting to be on insulin, it's not wanting to have to get neuropathy, where the blood flow to my extremities, my hands, my fingers, my legs, my feet, my toes, is, where I lose feeling in those extremities, and then they have to start removing fingers and toes and feet and things like that. That is not something that I would want happening. There's all sorts of things, blindness. You could have strokes, you could have heart attacks. So, these are things, this is why keto is so important to me, because it's a lot more than just weight loss, but it's also for my health. Or I should say it's for my health, but it's also for weight loss. In my case, a lot of people, it's for their weight loss and then their health, because if you lose weight, you do get healthier. But so I'm really excited to do that, and I plan on doing more videos. And like I said, I have my non-keto or my non-scale victory where my pants are loose. So maybe Santa will bring me some new pants. As long as he brings me the Old Navy Rockstar pants in long, because I have a 34-inch inseam. And those Old Navy pants seem to fit me the best. So I hope everybody has a wonderful week, and I'll see you next time.